Hey yo, HungryHeath here again, and today I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Shelly. I haven't made any videos in a while, so I thought I'd drop one for you just to explain what's going on in the world of HungryHeath. As most of y'all know, I've always worked construction, predominantly focusing on cabinets. Well, earlier this year, back in May, I was walking into a brand new house. I tripped over the entrance, the front porch area, fell and hit my head. Cut myself open pretty good. The painter happened to be there, helped me get cleaned up. I came home, and like I'm a super tough guy, I just let my wife doctor me up. I never went to the hospital or anything. Well, a couple of weeks later, like in the early part of July, I started having really bad vision problems. Double vision. I couldn't see out of one eye, and then it was also giving me real bad balance issues. I fell a couple of times on the job site too, and so went to the ER. They really couldn't conduce anything on it. So then the next day I went to an optometrist, and they told me there was no issues actually with my eyes. That had to be something neurological going on in my head. So then after that, I went and saw a neurologist. They gave me a couple of MRIs, and they did a spinal tap on me. And they finally concluded that I have relapsing multiple sclerosis. And then the doctors prescribed me some pills to help, not cure it, but treat it.
Yeah, so the doctor, he was like, well, you need to take medication. He explained, MS is a progressive disease. There's no cure. It'll keep getting worse. So the only way to mitigate that is to be on medications. But all of the medications aren't, something you could just get at any pharmacist. They're not cheap. So you have to apply for financial assistance. You then go through like this pharmaceutical company FedEx a package to explain all of about the medication, how it works, and so forth, the side effects.
We even asked them to fax it to us, and they weren't allowed. They had to mail it to us.
No, email.
Yeah.
They could fax.
Yeah, it's
they
my
couldn't
fault.
email.
My fault.
And when we looked over all the paperwork, it was a strong indication that it could cause heart issues. So much so you have to get an echo done before you even begin. You have to continually get echoes done throughout the year while you're taking the medication. And you have to, your first dose, you have to be in the doctor's office so they can monitor your heart to make sure your heart doesn't stop. And Heath's family history on both sides, both have heart issues, so that really concerned us. And in the meantime, because this was happening over several weeks' time, it wasn't like a couple of days. This was several weeks over getting all the different tests done and so forth. So in the meantime, we were researching how to treat multiple sclerosis, and also the doctor in the meantime had prescribed him some prednisone, which are steroids, to help with the relapse that he was in at that time. So he, immediately was taking the steroids. He was still working. And then, we started researching, and that's when I found on zero carb groups and some other groups. You had even asked Dr. Barry his thought, and what were they telling you?
That I need to go as limit my carbs to as little as possible, and I might even need to cut out dairy, they said. And that I should have good luck with that. So I decided I was just going to try and attack it with just my diet.
So you were just going to do diet, and so we told the doctors, because he started feeling better.
Like, I felt amazing, actually.
Within a few weeks of, of course, this spanned over, about a month and a half. But he started feeling better. He got through the prednisone. During that time, you were wearing the eye patch. Yeah.
I was still driving, wearing the patch.
Why were you wearing the eye patch?
Because I couldn't see out of my left eye. Everything was blurry when I was trying to drive. And it just helped to helped me basically hyper focus when I was driving, so that everything wasn't all messed up in my eyes.
And then how about your walking and getting around?
I was using a cane for a little while, and when I go out on these job sites before the driveways are poured, they put little pieces of rebar metal in there to help concrete set up. Well, I could just walk through there no problem, because I'm watching where I'm stepping and whatnot. Well, every time I walk out on these jobs, I trip and fall in that. And then, like, even walking through the wet grass or whatever on the yards, because the driveways, the sidewalks aren't poured yet. I tripped and fall on that too. Or sometimes just walking up off from the street to the curb. Just my whole balance was all messed up. So it was really difficult to stay on task.
And we know those are both potential side effects of a relapse. Is a lot of MS people will suffer eye issues, balance issues, muscle weakness, some pain, coordination issues. So he started using a cane, and we just got real strict carnivore and basically told the doctor, hey, I'm just going to try going carnivore and see how that works, because these medications are scary to me. And that was back at the end of July, and now we're in November.
And so in my next video, I'll show you, or I'll tell you rather, what's happening now and why I'm still wearing an eye patch.